Come in. Yes, closer. Come closer. Yes. There. Good evening. I am the Winter Warlock, and here in my cave on the shores of Lake Windigo, I keep many stories. Stories of the strange and the weird, of danger and mystery, and if you stay long enough, you might find yourself in the middle of a story with no way out. Oh, but don't be afraid. Pull up a rock. Make yourself comfortable. Are you ready to hear the story of the deepest part of the lake? It's near midnight, and the lake is still as glass. Out in the center, a mile or more from land, a single rowboat moves steadily towards a particular spot not far from this cave. In the boat are two young men, friends from school. Both hold dark secrets.
You sure you don't want me to take a turn at the oars?
No, I'm fine.
Been rowing a long time, Rory.
You don't think I can handle it?
No, I know you can. I know. It's just,
what?
well, it's just, we've been out here a long time, and you haven't said word one about where we're going.
I told you, it's a surprise.
Come on.
You want me to ruin the surprise?
Yes, I want you to ruin the surprise.
Aren't getting cold, are you?
No, I never get cold.
What do you mean?
You never wondered why I let you keep our dorm room so cold?
I just figured you liked it that way.
Nope, couldn't care less. Cold, hot, doesn't matter to me.
So why the complaining? We're almost there.
I've been saying that for an hour.
Come on, man. What's going on? Aren't you having a good time?
Sure, of course.
Kyle.
No, it's cool. Not the spring break I was hoping for, but
Me neither.
But, given the fact there's a pandemic going on and the beaches weren't going to be safe, a trip to the rural splendor of your hometown seemed like a good alternative.
You don't sound convinced.
Look, both of us wanted to be on a beach somewhere chatting up tasties, but that's not happening, so this was a good alternative.
Really?
Really. Even if the only woman in 500 miles is your 14-year-old sister.
You wouldn't... I mean...
Of course not.
Good.
I want to shorten her leash, though. She tried to sneak into my room last night.
What? No. Seriously?
She didn't succeed.
But... my sister...
They all grow up sometime, Rory, and Big Brother's college roommate, it's kind of a classic crush.
I just didn't... My sister?
Why don't you relax and tell me why we're out here?
Oh, right. So, you know why I invited you here, right?
Enlighten me.
Those conversations we had earlier in the term?
Enlighten me further?
The weird stuff. The cryptids, ghosts, last podcast on the left. We're both into that, right?
Oh, yeah, right. I remember.
Well, so happens that in my town, we have our own story.
Did you drag me out on the lake in the middle of the night to hunt the Loch Ness Monster?
No. And not just because this isn't Loch Ness.
Rory, seriously, I could be sleeping right now.
Hang on. I think we're here.
Where?
The deepest part of the lake. You see that series of lights over there?
Yeah.
That causeway is the main road on the Canadian side. You triangulate between the last light on the right, that big tree over there, and the lights from Peterson's dock behind you. Yeah. We're here.
This is where you hide the bodies, huh?
No, bodies. This is the deepest part of the lake.
Okay.
So I brought this rock, and
This is not actually where you hide bodies, is it?
Just listen. I brought this rock to show you something. At a certain time of year, at a certain time of night, if you drop a round stone into the lake exactly at this spot, they say that you'll disturb the spirits below, and they'll grow restless.
Who says?
Quiet. You're ruining the story. When white men moved into this area, they learned the spot from the local tribes who stayed far away from it, as a matter of course. But white men, being white men, had to try and conquer.
You learned a lot from Heather the feminist, didn't you?
Leave her out of this. And we're over anyway.
You mean she's over you?
Do you want to hear the story or not?
Whatever, just keep the leftist propaganda to a minimum, all right?
Point is, they didn't respect anything. They didn't respect the land, the water, or any part of nature. This town is only here because they could exploit the river and build a dam and a paper mill.
Get back to the spooky part.
Fine. So one night, to prove the natives wrong, the head of the paper mill decides to row to this very spot and check it out. The tribal elders warned him not to, but he wouldn't listen, of course. They told him the spirits in the deepest part of the lake were ancient ones, and anyone straying too close would have their blood drained and their soul trapped for all eternity.
Trapped where?
Just listen. So Head White Man gets together a company of 3 boats, 8 men total, and they row out in the dead of night on a new moon, just like tonight.
And what happened?
Nobody knows. One man crawled out of the lake the next morning, stark raving mad. Everyone else in the party was just gone. They found one of the boats on an island over there, smashed to pieces. They never found any survivors besides the madman. And he died in an asylum a year later without saying another word.
So, you're saying there are sea monsters in this lake?
No. There's this.
Is that?
Nobody knows. It's just called the green glow, for obvious reasons.
What does it mean?
If you believe the tribes, it's evil spirits that will drain all your blood.
But no one's ever studied this? Ghost Hunters or any of those shows?
I doubt they know about it. Town's not in a big hurry to advertise this.
Why the heck not? A thing like this would bring in the tourists.
You mean a thing like evil?
What?
It's evil, Kyle. What you're looking at is the personification of evil. And maybe there's a hell gate down there. I don't know. I just know you need to stay away from this spot unless you have a very good reason to be here.
You all right, man? You sound weird.
Yeah.
Rory?
It's been a hell of a term, hasn't it?
What?
This term. It's been a bear. I mean, I knew college was going to be tough, but I didn't think it would be this tough. And I thought all the crap I had to deal with in high school was over with. I didn't know it would get worse.
Rory, are you all right?
In some ways, the swirlies and getting locked in a locker would have been easier. At least it's obvious people don't like you. The way you operate, I never know what you're thinking.
Seriously, dude, what are you talking about? You're starting to freak me out.
Would it have been so hard to invite me along? Just once?
What?
Any of the times people came to our door, invited you to a bar?
I thought you didn't drink.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, every time you just grab your jacket and go. Every time. Never even looked at me.
Dude, it's
I know what it is. I have ears. People on the floor think I'm weird, strange. The girls won't have anything to do with me. The guys don't want me around because of what the girls think. I'm the outsider, the albatross, the weirdo that's allowed to hang around so the rest of you can feel more normal. I'm not stupid, Kyle.
Hey, you need to relax.
Would it have been so hard? One invite. Hey, we're gonna watch a cheesy action flick in my room. Wanna join? Would that have been so difficult? Do you know what this spot in the lake is supposed to be, Kyle?
Rory, what are we doing here?
This spot in the lake is supposed to be the place where people find out who they really are. That's why it's forbidden.
Rory, whatever's going through your head, we can talk about this. I've been a crap roommate. I can see that now. I can make it up to you. Double date, maybe? I know you've had your eye on that one chick from your lit class. Let me ask around. It's a small school. I bet we know somebody who knows somebody, right?
So you're into pimping? Is that what you're suggesting?
No, damn it. I don't know. Let's just row back to shore and we can talk about this. I'll even row. How about that?
You want these oars? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure. I'll row the whole way.
You want the oars? Fine. Take the oars. Whoops, must have slipped.
Gee, I'm bleeding.
Here, let's get that cut cleaned out.
Ah!
There, just about got it all clean. All clean. I figured you wouldn't put up much of a fight at the end. So long, Kyle.
Well, this isn't the spring break Kyle hoped for, is it? Some hijinks and a little swim sound like fun until you realize your roommate has murder on his mind. It's an hour or two later now, and Rory has made it back to shore and his parents' home alongside the lake. Mummy has been waiting up for him.
Syrian border. Initial reports claim Israeli
Rory?
jet fighters bombed a guerrilla
Is that
base,
you?
killing at least 49 soldiers
Yes, Mother.
and 13 civilians.
You're out very
Damage to the
late.
base is said to
Mother,
be heavy,
we
and
talked about
Israeli
this.
jets are reportedly
I'm in
making
college
way
now.
to their
Well, I
headquarters
know, but you still need your sleep.
Don't worry about me.
Where's your friend?
He's up in the room already. Oh, and Debbie's been bothering us. Would you talk to her, please?
Bothering you? How?
Can't I just make one simple request without it turning into an argument? I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'll speak with her.
Thank you.
She's just a girl, Rory. Honestly, I think she has a bit of a crush on your friend. It's perfectly natural.
Whatever. I just want it to stop.
I'll speak with her and explain how it is.
Thank you. What do you mean by that?
What?
What you just said. You'll explain how it is. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, you and your friend. Debbie doesn't understand these things. I've sheltered her too much.
She has the internet, Mother. Trust me, she's not sheltered at all. What did you mean by that?
Rory, I love you very much, and I'll support you in whatever you do. And in whomever you love.
Wait, you think Kyle and I... Mother, do you think... No.
I see. All right.
I mean, just... No. How could you think that?
Calm down. It's all right.
What kind of sick, perverted you...
It's all fine. I'm just a silly old woman. Don't listen to me.
You think I'm gay?
Well, aren't you?
No. Of course not.
It's all right, Rory. It's all right.
How could you...
I'm just a silly old woman. Pay me no mind.
I'm not... I don't see how you could think that.
Well, a mother notices things. Who you talk to, who you light up around. You never did bring a girl home.
There never was anyone. Especially from here.
Well, as I say, I'm obviously wrong. So let's not talk any more about it. Why don't you head up to bed now? I'm sure Kyle's wondered what happened to you.
Fine.
Good night, dear.
Good night. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. That was weird, though. How could Mother... Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Oh, God, what if someone finds out now? What if they all find out and make a big deal about it? Boy kills roommate and lover's tryst. That's what they'll say. Don't think about it, I said. Not that easy. Still, nothing for it now. Stupid thing to worry about given everything. You're worried about what people will think about that when you're a murderer. Just can't get caught, that's all. Just another reason to avoid getting caught. That's okay. That's okay. He'll turn up missing. I'll say we went to a bar. No, that's no good. We're underage, and all the bartenders in town know me. No wonder crime is easier in the city. Now, like this, you can't get away with anything. I'll say he left. I'll say he got a phone call, and then a car pulled up to the house, and he got in and drove away. Yeah, they can't trace that, unless they have his phone, which is at the bottom of the lake. Isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't do anything to weigh the body down. Stupid, stupid, stupid. How could I have been so dumb? There are currents down there where the river flows through. The body could get churned up. Stupid. Well, I guess I just have to wait and come up with a story. Yeah, we had an argument. We fought. I hit him, then I panicked. Maybe I should call someone right away. Confess, straight up. I could even use Mom's idea. That way we were... Kyle and I... No, I don't want to think about that. No, don't confess. Don't borrow trouble. I don't know the body is going to come up. I don't know for sure. It might just be a missing persons case. I can handle that. I think it... What? What?
Hi, Rory. Let me in.
How did you...
Come on, man. Let me in. I'll tell you everything. Just come on.
Fine. Get in here. What is that?
Calm down, Kyle. You're gonna hyperventilate.
What happened?
We went for a boat ride, remember?
I don't...
Seriously, dude, you have got to calm down, or you're gonna give yourself another migraine. So, would you like to hear about the deepest part of the lake?
What?
The deepest part of the lake. You know, your local legend. Throw a rock, see a green glow, throw a friend. Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean... I didn't mean to do that.
Well, if you say so. Doesn't matter now anyway.
It's just I got angry. And sometimes when I get angry,
I know. I'm your roommate, remember?
How did you...
Get here? I walked.
What?
That's not important now. You want to hear about the deepest part of the lake, Rory? Want to hear what's down there?
I'm really sorry. I hit you.
It's not evil spirits. And it's not aliens. Well, I don't think it is.
I just lost it. I'm so glad you're safe.
It's weird. It's like a force. A force that can change who you are.
I didn't know what I was going to do, what I was going to say.
Well, that's wrong. Not change who you are. Allow you to be who you are.
I'm not a murderer.
You're just an attempted murderer. Still, pretty long jail time for that, you know.
I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you. I'll take that exam for you. The one you were stressing about.
Oh, I'm not going back to school. There'd be no point now.
What?
Do you want to know what's in the deepest part of the lake, Rory?
What are you talking about?
I couldn't really tell you what it is. Not really, anyway. I can only tell you what it did. There I was, head all fuzzy from when you hit me with the oar, sinking like a stone when I became aware of a presence, a force. I found I could open my eyes and the water didn't hurt. The green glow was everywhere, all around me. Then I realized I'd been underwater for a long time. I didn't seem to need air, though. It wasn't like I'd grown gills or something. It was just that the green glow was all I needed. And then you know what happened, Rory?
What?
I became aware of who I truly am. That's what's down there, Rory. The truth. The truth of who you really are.
I don't understand.
No, of course not. But you know how I never minded the dorm room being cold?
What?
You know why? It reminds me of the grave. I think that's who I've always been, Rory. I've always been a walking corpse. One of the undead. I've always known I was different, but I didn't know how. Now I know. The deepest part of the lake showed me.
Kyle, what are you doing?
Just following through on some things.
Stay back.
I can't help it, Rory. It's my nature. And since the green glow showed me my true nature, I've been so very hungry.
Stay back.
It's your own fault, you know that, Rory?
What do you mean?
It's your own fault what's going to happen now. You invited me in.
What?
Get in here, you said. That was an invitation.
What are you talking about?
Your invitation, Rory. You invited me into your room. I couldn't have come in if you hadn't done that. You know why?
Why?
You can't come into a house unbidden if you're a vampire.
No!
Well, I know college is supposed to be the time when you find yourself, but Rory finds himself in a lake full of trouble. I wonder, if we threw Rory into the deepest part of the lake, how would he emerge? A vampire like Kyle? Or something even more frightening, like a congressman? I think we should give the deepest part of the lake a wide berth from now on. Something with the power to turn you into what you really are shouldn't be available for free. It should be available at the liquor store where it belongs. This concludes the story of the Winter Warlock. You may return to your own world now, but be sure to mind the lakeshore. The drop-off is steep, and you wouldn't want to fall through the ice this time of year. Catch your death. Until next time, wrap yourself up tight, children. It's cold outside. This has been The Winter Warlock, the deepest part of the lake, from the Icebox Radio Theater. Our program starred Cody Boyer as Rory, Beth Nelson was Mom, Justin Kapla played Kyle the Vampire, and Jeffrey Adams was your host. Script, direction, and sound design by Jeffrey Adams. This program copyright 2020 by the Icebox Radio Theater, which is solely responsible for its content. For more information, visit iceboxradio.org.